Once upon a time, there was the story of the ruby necklace, and let me tell it to you. We were getting close to Christmas. Excitement was in the air everywhere. People were dashing all over town, getting ready for their Christmas Eve feasts. Once upon a time, there was a young girl who dreamed of going to the ball. She had youth and love, but she longed for something more. Her entire soul felt irresistibly drawn to something else. She wanted to attend the grand ball given by the wealthy elite of the city's high society. She shared this dream with her love, who would have followed her to the ends of the earth. And this dream was about to come true. It was going to become reality, because fate had just knocked in the form of a childhood friend of hers who had, through a wealthy marriage, risen into those very upper social classes. The two friends had met again, as if by a coincidence that was no coincidence at all. Fate, of course. Naturally, the wealthier one was going to whisk her friend away to this marvellous ball. To make it happen, she would lend her a gown and a beautiful ruby and diamond necklace to make her grand entrance into high society. The young woman was bursting with happiness, and her contagious joy enchanted her beloved. They were overjoyed. Life was smiling upon them. On the day of the ball, the young woman was an absolute triumph. Every eye turned toward her. Everyone admired her grace and her breathtaking beauty. But the ball was not going to last forever. Fate was watching, and now it was about to strike hard, and in a completely unexpected way. The necklace! She was no longer wearing the necklace. It must have come undone. She hadn't felt a thing. The necklace had vanished. The coachman swore by all the gods that it was nowhere in the carriage. They searched everywhere. It was too late. At the ball, no one had found anything either, and the wealthy friend never learned of this inestimable loss. No one ever heard a word about this story. The two young lovers could say nothing. They were utterly stunned. The young man was good-hearted. He insisted on sharing the terrible fate that now hung over his beloved. They would face this cruel twist of fate together, side by side. Who would do that nowadays? They didn't sleep a wink that night. At dawn, they decided to pool all their savings and to work tirelessly to have an exact replica of the necklace made. They would pay for every ruby and every diamond in that evening's parure with their own sweat and toil. As expected, it cost a fortune. From now on, they would work tirelessly just to pay off the necklace. Their standard of living would plummet, but they would face the hardship together. Their love was stronger than any twist of fate. They they returned the gown and the necklace. No one suspected a thing. The necklace was an absolutely identical replica. And they were still paying for the necklace. Year after year they kept repaying the loan. They paid for it diamond by diamond, ruby by ruby, and there they were, slaving away for that marvellous necklace, that triumph of a single evening. Time passed and passed. The two friends grew old like everyone else. They both became widows, each on her own path. It had been many long years since they had lost touch with one another. Both of them had tumbled down the social ladder. Fate had been kind to neither one nor the other, and then one day they met again. Fate had just taken another turn. They began telling each other about their misfortunes. It was finally time to confess. And the younger one told the story of the necklace, the great tragedy of her life. The once wealthy friend nearly fainted. Then she revealed an even crueler truth. That necklace, the necklace she had lent, was fake. The rubies and diamonds were nothing but glass. And they had given her back real rubies and real diamonds, paid for with the price of an entire lifetime. Who could believe such a thing? What kind of devil could invent something so cruel? And the younger one asked this terrible question, the one she dreaded the answer to. That necklace you thought was fake, do you still have it? She asked in a trembling voice. Yes, I still have it. It's pretty much the only thing I managed to save from that time. Since I thought it was fake, I never sold it. She burst into tears. And now, it was this cursed necklace that would finally save them. The two old women decided to sell it and share the proceeds together. That Christmas was so very different from the one long ago. This Christmas was the best réveillon they had celebrated in many, many years. And so this story comes to an end. A very Merry Christmas to you all. Let us face whatever events life brings our way. We never truly know how things will turn out in the end.